I've gone through the cupboards and I found all the bits of brasso and metal polish I could find, and we're going to polish up all the copper and lacquer it. Already within minutes I have destroyed this. I don't know if you can see, but the LEDs are not working. I started polishing it, and for some reason the polish killed all those LEDs. I was going to buy another one of those, but I guess I'm not now. As for my little problem, these ones here are not working, so I've turned it away so it's only the reflection that we see. It's actually quite nice, but I am going to probably get rid of it in the end. So I'll just leave it there for the moment. Yesterday I spent a few hours polishing up the porthole, and it's taken quite a while to do. I'm going to carry on with it, but I'm going to show you what I've been using this time. My primary tool is this drill, and that is a wire brush. I also have a nylon brush, and then I have this, which is a fuzzy one. What I have to do now is do all the copper. I have to do a bit more work on this porthole. I'm liking the color that we're getting out of it. But I'd like to just polish it up just a little bit more, and then we shall spray. Let us spray. Whee!
This is Gary, and Gary's gonna kick your ass.
I've done 2 coats of lacquer. I'm going to do a third, and I think I'm going to do a fourth. I must not forget to do the other side of that because it's very shiny and it's facing the outside world. I'm going to power wash the outside of the boat. It is glorious sunshine. We might even get to 18 degrees centigrade today. So that means we've got the full batteries, we've got loads of solar, we can get the power washer out. Also, every time I spray in here, it's toxic. The air just does not clear. So it takes a long time for the lacquer to disappear out of the air. So it might be a good idea not to be inside.
Ooh, look, it's all very nice and shiny. Okay, I need to paint that bit.
I needed to get rid of that so I could lift the doors up. Same again for those two.
Gary says, "You looking at me, punk?"
Right at this moment in time, I only have these little stainless steel nuts and bolts. I'd like to put brass ones in instead, so I'm not going to finish this other than to put all the holes in, which I've done, and I'm going to do that for everything, and I'll hold it in place temporarily with these two bolts until later on I can find myself my brass equivalent or whatever I do. Ta-da! If you are wondering why this end is facing into the cabin and not the nice bit, there'll be a bit of insulation here, some wood, a cutout, and a nice wooden surround to finish that off. We need the wood and the insulation on this side to keep the cold from in the engine room from getting through. Those portholes were originally here and there. And these portholes were purchased at the Strontrace in 2024 in an antiques fair. I think I got them for like maybe 20 quid each or something.
Bring it all up.
Here I have a panel that I have now put in. And what I mean by put in, there's a screw here, a screw there, there, and there. And all of them are recessed by using this bad boy. So that one is done. It's a proof of concept. I'm now going to do it for all of them. Now we're going to put a strip there. Here is the strip. Well, now I have to do this side. It does mean sort of slightly moving these out of the way. Let me just do some editing here. Ha ha ha! Brr, 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 brr. I've run out of wood for this bit, which is good, and I'm going to have to buy some.
I was able to get some 5.5 mil plywood from Builder Depot.
I have just been up this industrial estate and I asked kindly if I could take some pallets. Piece here sticks down a bit, this one less so, but to make my new piece of pallet wood to stay level, this is in the way, so I'm going to have to build up this wooden section, cut down this section, and then there's the complication with the door. More on that in a sec. This is a small bit of the pallet, and I'm just going to put that... What a fantastic example of using your head! Oh no, I can't reach! I like free wood. Okay, that seems about right. Okay, so that's what I've decided. And this I shall mark. That sits nicely there. This is really strong, but there is one little problem, and I always knew I had this problem, because when I made this door, I wanted it to be as big as I could possibly get it, but I always knew that when I opened it, it would interfere with the roof. If I put a panel across there, it won't open. This only happens at this corner because the roof is rising up. The other thing I have to be able to do is take this off by lifting it like that, so it doesn't have to get up to that height. I'm going to cut down the hinge and that pin. Having this door as big as I can get it is the priority, so we can get stuff through. If it can come in through the main cabin door, it can still go through here as well, because they're more or less the same dimensions, and that was the idea. I've made this difficult for myself, but I knew that it would be. I've turned the door upside down and I've made a terrible error. I've cut into the wrong bit. That's not the bit. That's the bit I need to cut off. So now I have to weld that back on. I've turned the door upside down. And now I'm going to cut off the correct bit. Beautiful. Now I just need to cut the pin down to that size, and then I only have to lift it over the top of the pin. This is entirely unnecessary and redundant. Now, as I look at this, I'm making a hideous mistake, and that should be up into that. This is where we really experiment. So I don't know what the outcome of this is, but let's just have a look. Right, if I put a piece of wood there, do we still open? Yes. Yes, we do. Let me think on this further. Okay, I think I have found the compromise. It is as you see it there. So I'm going to follow the curve, and then I'm going to step down. The roof will be just that little bit higher all the way to the door.
Now listen to me here. The abuse of aerosol cans might seem fun at the time when you're huffing that sweet, sweet lacquer, but when that feckin' Egypt comes up spraying all around him, you just look him dead in the eye and you say, "Heck off." Yeah, I suppose you could always just say what Nancy says. Nancy.
Say yes to your life. And when it comes to drugs and alcohol, just say no.